Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Casey is not at home today. She's down in Boise running some errands and stuff. So I'm going to be working on this project alone, at least for today. She might be back, well, she will be back tomorrow, depending on if I have it done or not. Then we'll keep working on it then. But we're going to continue on with the central vac install. We figured out a bunch of stuff last week and figured out how we're going to run the pipe, where it's going to go through the floors. Basically, we had to do a bunch of demo to figure out whether it was going to work or not. Got that done. For now, we are going to be putting in the piping here, putting the drywall back up, installing the anchor plate basically and the bracket, and then installing this. Maybe not quite in that order though. We're going to start with the pipe here, and then before we go through the floor, we're going to pipe it over to the first port, and we're going to go from there, get that first port done, then keep going down through the floor into the crawl space area, and then we'll work on going to where the other port is. Now what we figured out, let me show you. One of the drawbacks about not having Casey here is I don't have anyone that can get close-ups on any of this stuff. So unfortunately, we're just going to have to work with what we got today. So basically, I can glue that one on now. Go up, that through like that, and secure it right here. Actually, I think we're going to use two and secure it. We'll see how sturdy one is, but that'll go there. And stay. And we'll put a little piece on and that on. Once the glue is on there, it fits together better. And then this will go right here. Purple primer and cement. And of course it doesn't want to open because it's new. So we'll need to go get some pliers. Okay, so here's what I know. This piece gets attached to a stud and has a little cutout for the drywall. And then this piece is the actual port. And this goes in over the drywall like a cover plate. And there's a little O-ring inside there that basically seals the back side of this with this. So what we did to save ourselves some room is we took some of these elbows, 3 of them to be precise, and they're very thick here. So what we did is we reamed them out. I used a grinding wheel on my drill press, basically. We ground them out, so instead of them being too small to fit on the port, they actually fit on the port pretty snugly. What that does is, instead of using those black things like I'm using inside to transition between the weird PVC size and a normal PVC size, if you're American, then I can save room so that there will be enough room for the elbow between, you know, the back of this thing and the drywall on the other side. So this is going to go right there. So I made little drill hole marks where to line up with these so that I could see where on the wall exactly it needed to go. I don't think I'm going to put that in yet. What I'm going to do is, I also determined where the center of the pipe needs to go. So I'm going to drill this out here. Measure, run pipe. Yeah, we're going to do that. All right, we're going to need a stronger drill. I don't think my stronger drill will fit, though. This is too aggressive. I suppose I could try to put it in, make it go backwards, but that's never. Well, it's a good idea. More powerful drill coming up. Yet another trip out to the shop. Wow. It's taking such big bites out of the wood that the drills aren't having enough power. Like this one's getting super hot. Well, maybe we're gonna have to go back to the hole saw method. One thing I should double check before. Okay, the pipe is gonna fit through. It should have. I got one big enough, but always good to check. Now comes the hard part. It's always very hard to start a hole saw if you don't have firm wood you're going into. One of the ways to get around that is to create kind of a jig or whatever so that you can fit the hole saw in. So you would put a piece of wood up here that already has a hole drilled in it, so the hole saw can't rattle around. And I think we're going to have to do that because there's no way I'm going to be able to do a bigger hole. I'm going to run out to the shop again and see if I've got a hole saw that's this exact same size. The one I was using before is a little big. So we'll go see if I've got one of those, and if it'll fit in there and it's the same size, then I can just keep drilling the hole. Otherwise, I will probably get a 2x4, drill a hole through it, screw it up, and then continue the hole that way. Okay, I think we got it. Haven't tested. Okay, I think I can get it in if I take this off. There we go. That in there. Attach this. Put this in. Attach this. And I'll be able to, maybe I'll attach this first. Where I put that in. These are going to go together more, so I'm not worried about spacing right now. But basically cut it right there and right there. Oh wait, no, because that needs to go up more. This piece isn't in there permanently. Well, maybe we should not put that in there permanently, but figure out how far in it needs to go, cut it, then put the top in permanently. Man, you would think this would be easy. Oh, wow. Well, we'll see if that works. Gotta go get my piece that goes down. Hope I didn't push this over too far for me to be able to get the pipe up in there. But yeah, well, there's the first port. My gosh, how much work it took just to get that. Okay, so picking up where we left off yesterday, I got this part completed here, and so now I need to go into the house and run the pipe up through here to see if it will connect to this. I'm hoping it will. We'll have to see. So that's going to be the next step there. Then once we determine if it could be connected, then we will make sure the length is proper, because I think it's going to be a couple inches too long. Whether that matters or not, I don't know. We'll have to see. So under the house.
I don't know if it's gonna.
Okay, just hold on to it. I'm going to come back up.
Okay. I was able to get it
Actually, keep holding it.
up in there. But it is a little cockeyed.
Well, cockeyed is fine.
So.
As long as enough of it. Oh yeah, that's going to work.
Is that gonna work?
It's going to work.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! I really didn't want to cut this and try to get one of these junctions in there and then push it together.
Right?
That would have been...
That would have been no bueno.
Wouldn't have been super hard, but it would have been no bueno.
This is better. Okay. So you're going to glue it in place?
I think I'm going to glue it in place. Then I'll figure out if the length is too long, and I'll cut it off with the hacksaw
underneath the house. It should be easy enough.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to worry about holding it, clamping it, trying to keep it from falling.
Or measuring exactly and being off by a 1/4 inch or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
You'll grab me the glue and the primer.
Okay. Do we need to put something down underneath you so you don't splatter purple everywhere?
No, there's already purple on the floor.
I noticed. I tried to clean it. It's not coming up. So that's why I was asking, should I get a paper towel?
No, I'll put the primer in here.
What does the primer do? I mean, I know what primer does in general, but for this particular type of application. Like, why do you prime it? Like, why don't you just use the glue?
Because the primer partially melts the PVC, from what I understand. I can't tell if I'm getting it very good or not. Can you go in the closet? Or maybe I can just get underneath.
Let's see. I would have to do what you are having to do.
Okay, I got it good.
You got it. It looked like you got it good.
Being this close to the cans is
I know. It's
intoxicating.
when I got home last night, it was like, whoa. And it lingers. We may want to open the sliding glass door and the screen and maybe a window and make sure we have some better ventilation. Yeah. Nice. That's not going to come apart.
Nope.
As difficult as it was to get in, it's not coming apart.
Well, the problem is I just miscalculated the length of this whole pipe system.
So it just was
So it was pushing it just a little closer to the wall. So where the hole is coming up doesn't have a whole lot of wiggle room.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's all right.
Down right here, and we happen to have a vent that goes down into the crawl space right here. Did we glue this thing down?
No, it's just a tight fit, and it's open. It doesn't go anywhere.
I just broke it. I know it's open, but I need to pull it up to get all the drywall dust out of it.
I know.
And now we know when we go down into the basement, we know our hole is what, we'll measure that and see what's here, and maybe we'll move it one way or the other. But now at least we can see where the vent is supposed to, or where that hole is about going to be. Where the thermostat wire comes down is right on the edge of a joist running this way.
Okay.
So this thermostat wire hole is, the joist is right behind it. Okay. So it's in front of the joist. So if we go here and we stay on this side of that screw, we should have enough room.
Okay.
And there's a joist here running this way. So the next one is like right over here.
Okay.
They're 24-inch on center joists. So
okay.
I think I want to do it right on the edge of this 2x4 pretty much.
Okay. And that should give us enough room to come down from the top and over and down, right?
Yes. Yes, it should. That's what I was just looking at up here. If we come down right here and then elbow over, run a short ways and elbow down and come down through this, then we should be able to come straight down. I was trying to determine how much room we would need, but I think that's plenty of room, because you can basically create a nipple that will allow an elbow piece to basically connect to another elbow piece. No reveal. But we'll have some reveal. It'll just be tricky getting that right. But tricky is this whole project. So, oh my gosh, you should have seen doing that over there yesterday. It was insane.
I'm sorry I wasn't here to help you.
That's okay. So we are going to drill a hole. I modified that bit I was using yesterday, took out the screw bit and put a drill bit in instead. So it's not going to be sucking this into the wood. I'll be able to choose how much pressure goes in. So hopefully that will work a lot better. That was Casey's idea.
I'm trying to make this project a little less sucky.
Yeah. I want to come out. I want to come out as far as possible, but at the same time, we're probably going to have to put up a nail plate here because when we put the sheetrock back up, we want to make sure not to put a screw through the sheetrock into the
right. Yep,
thing.
that's fine. Do we have some?
I think we have some.
Some from when we did the plumbing over there.
Yeah. Yeah, this thing makes a mess.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. Everything makes a mess. So we have a hole.
Yes, we do. I did verify that this wire that's loose doesn't have any power to it.
Oh, so it's literally just
It's
loose.
basically cut on this end and on the other end of the wire. We just can't pull it out because of the
we can't get to
staples.
the staples. Okay. All right. Well.
So we don't have to worry. Like you don't have to worry about getting shocked or anything by it.
Okay.
It's a completely dead wire.
Good.
Okay.
All right. Now we're going back under the house. You need me to stay up here. Go down.
I need you to hold this end of the pipe up.
Okay.
I'm gonna fit it in and then strap it.
Okay. Do you have the strapping?
Yeah, the strapping's here.
Okay.
Screws. Driver. Go ahead and raise it up to there.
You raise it up to there. I mean, is it going? Where's it going to end up?
Well, I just wanted to see what was going to happen over here.
Okay.
So just keep your end up that high.
Okay. I want to give it some slack so you have some play.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
And that could be turned. You know, there's nothing that is keeping it from being angled further over here if you want to turn it this way.
But what that gives us a spot to aim for. Oh. So we're going to come over that beam. Yep. And then do it down. So it's going to come through the wall above the concrete there.
We're going to have to elbow and go in, right?
And it's going to elbow down and then elbow into this pipe. So we'll have an elbow on the end of this pipe going up, which doesn't need to be right there. It can be cut off and come further this way if that makes it easier.
Okay.
That's just a full 10-foot pipe. So So that gives us where we need to drill through the wall.
Okay.
So time to move some insulation and figure out if we can drill through the wall right there and how it's gonna.
Okay. And
How
you're
it's gonna
sure
work.
you don't want to just come through the corner of the opening where that HVAC is already right there and just come across over like that? You sure you don't want to do it that way? You want to drill through like that?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Well, we don't know until you get down here and you actually start looking. So that it's before we start drilling any holes, now is the time to question, make sure that our plan is the plan we want to go. Because we could come through over here and run right along and go right through there.
Or we could come through and then elbow over and right into that pipe. So we could come through, come out past that first beam right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
And then elbow over to that pipe.
Yeah. And that would save any drilling. That would save worrying about electrical that's running through there. We could just snake right around and just meet up right there.
That's an option. I think that's probably the best option.
It would be easier.
And we don't have to move as much insulation.
We don't have to even touch hardly the insulation.
All right. I'm game. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. Pivot.
Pivot!
To feed me the no, not in. Just
not in. I'm just
hold
holding
it. Just on the bottom there.
Okay.
Is that as far in as it's gonna go? Like,
Yep,
is it gonna
that's
go
where
in?
it's gonna go. That's
Perfect?
Yep, that's perfect
Okay.
right there.
Go ahead and let it go and rest it on that. Okay. Ready to hold it up? Oh. Okay, raise it up a little. There you go.
Close to the finish. We are now running the low voltage wire along the whole length of the pipe so that we can get it up to the other port. So we'll basically be going along and give you a quick rundown of it, but we are almost there. Got the hole drilled, and now Travis will be feeding the wire up to me. Hopefully he can find the hole. It is surprisingly difficult to find stuff under the house. Got it. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for the video, this video. It'll probably won't get to the rest of it until next weekend, because of course we have to do the whole working thing. So that will wrap up this video, and then in order to complete, so we can put the port in on this side here. But then we'll have to, in order to finish, of course, as we discussed before, we're going to have to build that wall out upstairs and do all that stuff there, which is going to be a whole other project in and of itself. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video for the next part of it. Take care, everybody. If you haven't already, please hit like and subscribe. Bye.